within me, bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, forget not all his benefits. He forgives all your sin, he heals all your brokenness. He redeems your life from the pit, crowns you with mercy, crowns you with love. Slow to anger, rich in love, his compassion rises like the sun from the heavens high above. Great is his love for everyone. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, every heart be giving him praise. As far as the east from the west, he has carried my sins away. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, let his mercy cover the night. From everlasting to everlasting, his kingdom rules in light. Justice for all who are oppressed. He made his ways known to Moses, his acts to the children of Israel. As a father has compassion on the children that he loves, so the Lord shows compassion to the ones who fear his name. He remembers our days are like the grass, but his mercy never fades, his faithfulness will last. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, every heart be giving him praise. As far as the east from the west, he has carried my sins away. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, let his mercy cover the night. From everlasting to everlasting, his kingdom rules in light.
I was singing mercy and justice to you, oh Lord, I'll make my song. I'll walk within my house with honor and keep my heart from doing wrong. I will say no wicked thing before my eyes are in my way. The proud will not endure me. Truth and love will light my day. I'll stand in faith, I'll stand in grace, in purity before your face. I'll guard my steps, I'll guard my gate. My heart and soul will celebrate. I will sing of your mercy, I will dance to your justice, in the rhythm of your glory. My heart beats in your promise. I will walk
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing? God bless you and welcome. Let me get situated here, and we're going to get started. Good morning, Josh, RMP. Good morning. Wawa, good morning. How's it going, Mr. Gep? Watcher, what's up? Good morning. Good morning, good morning. We'll go ahead and we're going to start with our higher time frame analysis here this morning. Start from the top, make our way down to the bottom, analyze what we think is going to happen in the market, and wait. We're going to wait for 15 minutes. I don't trade the first 15 minutes. But we will analyze the market, see what's going on. Oh, Thank you, Right Capital. I'm glad to be back. Yesterday, I was at the College World Series. I was not watching the College World Series. I was in a concession stand from 11 to 10. So I was in there for 11 hours. I got in 10,000 steps. I got in my steps for the day. Good evening from the Philippines. Glad you joined us. All right, let's start with the higher time frame. We'll pray right at the opening bell. Starting from the weekly, let's take a look at the weekly. Tomorrow is June 19th, the most ridiculous holiday ever. And I say that without any, I really don't care what people think. It's the dumbest holiday. Joe Biden, I don't know what he was doing. It was dumb. Even African Americans don't like it. They think it's dumb. I think it's dumb. Can't speak for everybody, though. All right, so here's what we have so far. From a daily perspective, we've seen price dip down into the daily fair value gap here. Found support here, and we're pushing higher again. Now, no surprise, right? We anticipated that we were going to see all-time highs. Why are we anticipating all-time highs? Because of this daily inversion right here. This is a big deal. This is a big deal that you have to remember when you do future analysis. You can't just do analysis on one day. You got to look back and say, what is supporting the idea of going higher? And this inversion, us closing above this, is the reason why I anticipate we'll hit this. Now, it might want to take its time. That's fine. But it's very likely. We just hit previous day high, which gives me the confidence that we are bullish, because there's a 77% chance that we only hit this high and not the next high also. There's only a 10% chance that we hit both the high and the low. First time here. Good morning, Keith. What's up? How you doing? Welcome. Yeah, Macy, it was in Omaha. The College World Series is always in Omaha. It's been that way for the last 20, 30 years or something like that. Dropping down to the 4 hour. Let's see what we got. We came back down to what? Guess what we came back down to? Yep. the daily fair value gap, but more specifically, what did we mitigate? We mitigated this opening price from Sunday. There was no wick down here, and there was a volume imbalance right here. What does price like to do? It likes to rebalance imbalanced price areas. So what's imbalanced? This volume imbalance. When Trump made the news that we have a deal, it just exploded higher and it did not balance that. So what do we go? We go higher, make everybody think we're going long. Then what do? We go lower, make everybody think we're going lower. But no, we stop at the imbalance. Then we push higher again. So now what do we got to consider? We have a 4-hour fair value gap that's right here. Market is opening here in 50 seconds. So we have this 4-hour fair value gap. That's a big deal. That 4-hour candle closes in 30 minutes. Maybe we close above here. That's our sure confirmation that we're going to hit this high and this high. Okay. With the market about to open, let's go ahead, open in prayer. Father, we just commit ourselves to you this morning. Lord, we thank you that you have led us to this point, that you have directed our steps, even to this place we are this morning. Father, would you be gracious to us, kind to us? Would you shine your face upon us as we do this live stream today? May your name be exalted in this live stream. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. There is the opening bell. Ding, ding. Okay, so we have the 4-hour analysis done and complete, right? That's the only thing I'm looking at as far as a 4-hour perspective. If we drastically change areas, then I'll consider something else. From an hourly perspective, what do we have? Well, we have an hourly fair value gap. Let's see, which one do I want to do? Let's move this one. That has been untouched, that we're probably going to reach for right now. The top quadrant of that 4-hour fair value gap, that hourly is probably going to be tagged. That's another fair value gap we need to watch for. Initially, what I would like to see, if we decide to consolidate here and we don't reach for this right away, that's our first target. That's my first area of interest, is that hourly. We also have this breaker. High, low, higher, high. We broke lower. There's our breaker right there. We can see price maybe give us a short-term reversal at that point as well. And then if we're really bombastic and we're very aggressive, then we have this hourly fair value gap sitting above it as well before we hit this high. So if price is not going to run the high, where is it likely to turn? Probably this hourly. Probably that hourly. Let's drop to the 15-minute. I'm going to wait for the first 15-minute candle to close to give us some direction on where price wants to go. Okay. Also, what do we have here? We have a bullish breaker sitting right at London high. We got the low, we got the high, we got the lower low, and we consolidated and ran it. Now we come back down to that area right there. That's what I would say looks good for some support. We also have a minor breaker, a smaller, lower time frame breaker, also right there. We got the low, high, lower, low. So I'm really interested in those hourly, in that bullish move. I would love for it to not hit that hourly, and I would like to take it from here to that hourly. That would give us something like this. 172 points. That's a great risk to reward, depending on where we want to put our stop loss. We do have a 15-minute fair value gap down here we really should consider, because if price is animated, it might reach for it. If it reaches for it, you need to know that in case you have your stop loss somewhere. Okay, So this is the idea that I want. Where do I get in? I don't know yet because I still have to wait 15 minutes. So something like this would be nice. That's me saying, I think I did my analysis and I'm done. Let's go down to the 5 minute. Let's just poke around here. That's interesting. We got a 5 minute that's been mitigated. It doesn't need to come all the way down there. But see this 5 minute right here? It's not mitigated yet. That's interesting. If this moves all within in the next 10 minutes, it could hit here and it could go without us. So we'll see what happens. But we have a fair value gap down here that is partially mitigated. And everything else has been mitigated down as I look left. So do we want to reach for London low? We could. We also have midnight open right here. Look at that little nice tag of midnight open and that explosion higher. Oh, those are beautiful. Order block, 5 minute fair value gap, and breaker all right here. That looks mighty good. But I'm not taking it. I'm waiting for the first 15 minutes because sometimes the market likes to go crazy and just be very animated and back and forth. So we inverted that 5 minute fair value gap, but we did not take out the slow yet. Yep, there's lots of info in there. Yeah, Gibbo, I have it in the 30-day roadmap, and I have it in the Purpose Driven Trader Academy. It's in both of those. I thought I switched. MNQU. I thought I switched away from MNQ. I thought I went to NQ. I don't want NQ. NQU 2026. So all of those levels I just put on the chart are now gone. Dandy. I'm going to re-put all these levels because they are not on there anymore. Because I switched. Yeah, I like that one. So price did come down to that 15-minute fair value gap. You guys see that? Probably going to hold it too. We'll see. I could be wrong. That's why I don't trade there. Trade right now. I let things play out. All right, so here's something that is so nice to look at, okay? Pay attention. I went from a higher time frame to lower and to a lower time frame. And look what you see here. We have the 4-hour right here. Then we have the hourly right here. And then we have the 15-minute all right here. There is a portion that all overlaps with all of them. And it is this portion right here. This portion overlaps with all of the price action. That makes that area of interest because it's overlapping with all of the time frames. When you have overlap of time frames, that makes it very attractive. So I like this area right here. which also is really close to this 4-hour breaker, which is close to this area right here, right? And then if you want to get even more minute, there's a 15-minute inversion inside of that breaker right here. Boom. 15-minute IFEG. So the 1 minute could reach to this area and then still close inside of here. I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of marking stuff out that makes sense to me. And then we let price do its thing. And then when price aligns with something that makes sense, that's when we look at. No, I'm not bearish. I mean, right off the open, it looks like it wants to run lower, but what do we got down here that price has found support at? A daily fair value gap. So any price action moving this way, I'm going to see it as temporary to go higher. So I want to allow this to hopefully get that. Could I be wrong? Yes, but that's part of the game. You come up with a plan. You analyze them. First, you analyze the market. You come up with a bias. You analyze the market, or you put together a plan. You put together a narrative, and then if the narrative lines up with your model and your analysis, then you take the trade regardless of how you feel. So this is my analysis that I want to see. Boom, boom. How low it goes, I don't know. Yesterday, I sat down. I didn't live stream, but I sat down for literally 5 minutes and I took 2 trades. But the one trade that I took was like a no-brainer in my mind. Where was it? 12 p.m. Wednesday. I'm on the 15 minute. I need to go to the 1 minute if I want to show you. So yesterday, it would have been right here. Is it this? Was it here? This doesn't look like it. Why doesn't this look like what I did? Oh, because I'm looking at Tuesday. All right, the market's open for me to trade now. It's right here. I took this trade right here because I didn't have much time and I was only going to take probably one trade. We went down and aggressively gave us an inversion right here. Once we gave that inversion, I just took the trade to that high right there. And then I was done. I walked away and I didn't look at the charts again. Made me about $1,500 just right there. Between all my accounts, I collectively made about $1,500. So I only made about $100 on that one trade, but that's all I need. Walk away. Be done. Why do you need to try to, you know, get the moon, get everything? Take a little bit, run, get out. And I didn't have a lot of time, so let's just take a small, no-brainer trade, and that's it. All right, so here we go. We got our first presented fair value gap right here. We're consolidating after we tagged midnight open. I'm not gonna trade inside a consolidation here. We're below the area that I would want it to find support at if it was a breaker. We have a even lower breaker on the 1 minute. Take a look. Here's our breaker, and look how prices supported that. Okay, so if I'm bullish, I take note of that. Do I automatically take a trade? No. Because this is very aggressive and we have a bearish breaker right here. And look at that. You can see price. So we got a bearish breaker here. Prices found resistance to it. And we have a bullish breaker here. Prices found support in that. So it's kind of back and forth. And we did sweep some liquidity right here. We did sweep previous day highs. So I'm gonna be a little more patient in case it wants to reach for London low. But right now the plan is not to take any shorts, to take a long. Yesterday, or what was it on? It was on Tuesday that I wanted to take a long, and I'm like, we're gonna take a long, folks. I'm looking for my analysis. We try to take a long, we take a loss, and then I keep looking. I'm like, guys, I think I'm gonna change my bias, and I ended up changing my bias. Literally a minute later, the market's dropping in our favor. I take a trade, recover all my losses, and then make $300 on each account. That comes out to be about $4,500. I mean, just like that. So you can change your bias. You're not stuck, but just don't be so quick to change it. Don't be so quick to change it. And then guess what we got here? We got another mini breaker, another mini breaker. Low, high, lower, low. Broke higher. Do we get support here? Move higher. This first presented fair value gap, I'm not quite ready to say let's go short from that. But that's not a bad place to take a long, to be honest. It's not. The risk to reward doesn't look that bad either. 50, or it'd be 80 points for 140. Wow, look at this trade insight. Just right here you could take. That's crazy. Lucid or Apex? If you're brand new, go Lucid. Or let me rephrase it. If you plan on not blowing your account in like one day, go Lucid. It costs more, but you don't have it. You can have it as long as you want, and you can have it more than 30 days. Apex, they'll close it in 30 days. If you're looking just for the lowest cost to just get accustomed to what it's like to feel and trade prop firms, go Apex. It's cheap. You're going to get about the same payout amount, truthfully. All right, so the bearish breaker is violated. That's what we wanted to see. The bullish breaker found support. That's what we want to see. The other breaker right here has found support. That's what we want to see. At this point, do we just want to decide? Do we just want to decide? 8 minutes before the market hits 10 o'clock. Let's look what the 4 hour looks like. We've already closed above this massive down close candle. So we've created an order block. Bullish. We're in a daily bullish. From an hourly perspective, where are we going to be? This hourly candle has done some damage right at open. We swept the previous day high. We could come back down here. That's a real possibility. Yeah, I don't see enough for me to go long or short right now. Especially, it's a doji candle, 6 minutes left in the hourly. 15-minute, we didn't even give it a 15-minute sweep right here. So it's indifferent. I could see us coming a little bit lower and then going higher. I'm just not ready to pull the trigger yet. If this 15-minute candle closes up here, yeah, we're going to take a stinking long. It is a bearish Judah swing. No, I mean, I don't think so. I think if there's anything bearish, it was the first drop of the first 15-minute candle. And that's the Judah swing. That's how I would see that, if I was going to look at it that way. Yeah, 48 ATR. Yeah, I mean, these are some big candles here, so size appropriately. All right, so look how we have closed below the 5-minute fair value gap. We filled the 5-minute fair value gap completely with this wick. We stop at the top, and then now we're going to close bearish. We're going to close red. That's not a bullish sign that says I'm ready to go long right now. That's a consolidation reversal signal. So I don't want to take anything yet. Nothing's standing out for me. Nothing's standing out for me. I mean, you could say we are in a market maker sell model. Down to here. All right, I see something that I like. All right, so here's our first presented fair value gap and our 5-minute fair value gap overlapping. We just made a down close candle inside of this first presented fair value gap. If we get some bullish price action and it closes above here, above the first presented fair value gap, giving us an order block as well. So this is an order block, and it closes up here, I'm gonna look at taking a long to this high and maybe higher. I like order blocks right before they violate a fair value gap, just like this, because these order blocks find support, so price will go like this, come back down like this maybe, and then move higher. So I like that idea right now. So that's my that's an initial plan. If we start running down here, then that plan's gone. I need something with some high energy. I want high energy music right now. All right, what do I got? Can I get me some high energy music?
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie in fields of peace.
I like this.
By still waters, He restores my soul. In His love, my fears release. He leads me in the paths of righteousness. For His name, His holy way. Even when the shadows fall, I will trust, I will not stray. Your rod and staff, they comfort me. In the valley, you set me free. My heart will rest, I will not fear. For my shepherd's always near. You are with me.
That 15-minute is not helpful for longs right now. And that's look like it. That's how it's closing. 30 seconds.
I sing your praise. You are with me forevermore. My cup of joy will overflow. Surely mercy, surely grace will lead me home to your embrace. You prepare a table before my foes in the presence of your grace. You anoint my head with oil divine. Your glory fills this place. My soul will dwell within your house all my life and evermore. In your peace, I'm satisfied. Your love is what I'm living for. Your rod and staff, they comfort me.
All right, so we got a close. It's in between half wick, half candle, green candle here. Not much that I can do an analysis on. The hourly swept the high and closed bearish. And the 4-hour closed as a doji candle. That's just not much for me to work with here. Not much to work with here. The market is saying to steal second. Ooh. You know, a lot of people that try to steal second get out. But analysis still applies here. We get that close right above here. I'm interested. We have a minor sweep of liquidity. We hit the breaker, stayed above midnight open. We have an internal high here and a high there. I like that. I just need to see a willingness here. I would not take this inversion there. It's subject to the higher inversion.
Do not hide, incline your ear. Days like smoke, bones burn, hearts struck down. I stay awake, alone on the roof.
Okay, I don't care about what happened to this inversion right here for two reasons. Number one, the next candle didn't continue it and it closed back above it. So first we saw this inversion right here. It closed below it. Okay, great, inversion. Market moving this way slightly. Next candle, inverted it back. That's number one. Number two, this is a series of up close candles and we did not close below it. We did not get a change in state of delivery. It stayed within this range, so price could easily just do that. So I'm gonna remove this because it doesn't mean much to me. There is no 15-minute strategy happening right now. There's no 15-minute opportunity. And if I'm gonna take one, it needs to be a bullish one, not a bearish one right now. So if it wants to come down here and then close up here, then we can take it. That's 78 points here, guys. That's a lot. These moves are massive. 1 micro. 1 micro is all you need. Now, this next minute could be telling. The next minute is a close of a 5-minute candle. We have a 5-minute fair value gap, and we have this 1-minute fair value gap. The first presented. So, in the next 30 seconds, if we close up here, the bulls are in charge. No, it needs a sweep. You need to have a sweep of liquidity. You didn't get no sweeps of liquidity. Yeah, this closed back inside of it, but did it sweep down here? No. That's not an opportunity. All right, we look like we're going to get a close above the 1 and first presented fair value gap. The 5-minute is still out there. It doesn't close for another 4 minutes. But if you see price come back down here, that might be an opportunity to take it long if we're ready to do that. So right now, that's kind of what I'm looking at, is price coming back down into this first presented fair value gap, finding support here, and then moving higher. And looking at that as my trade opportunity. So it would probably be something like this, there, probably something like that, below that order block. So I need to see this. The only concern I have is this fair value gap down here. Do you see that? Sometimes when price is doing its back and forth stuff, it won't stop at these. It will reach for these lows and then stop people out. This is why OTE works a lot, because this is your OTE entry right there.
Moses, Aaron, Samuel, they called, you answered. Cloud spoke, you gave command.
Got a 1 minute fair value gap. I will take this. And in violation of that 1 minute fair value gap is probably where I will close the position here. Let's see how it holds. I'm going to take a shot right here. Previous day high is our swing high that we're looking at. Good morning. Huh? Give me a second, folks. Yeah. Oh, we swept that high, and I wasn't here. Probably should consider taking this off. Stop should be at break even because we swept that high. I'm going to set my stop at that low, because there's a good chance it's going to get stopped out here. Yeah, I'm not liking it. Yeah. All right, the reason why I let that stop out is because we swept that internal high right here, and that's where my stop should be at. And I wasn't there to watch. I'm going to let this drop here. If it wants to keep going, it'll keep going. When I get a 1 minute change in state of delivery, I'll see where we're at and consider re-entering. Our 5 minute did close, by the way. Do we got FOMC? Isn't this FOMO trading? No. Not at all. I don't know what you're talking about. Beautiful respect of this breaker right there. So far. I don't have a 1 minute change in state of delivery yet. No, Ted, I'm not. Because it swept its high and it didn't really expand higher through it, I just moved my stop to roughly break even. I lost $20 because it could do this back and forth. Remember, seek and destroy, just this ranging, and I don't want to have to take a loss when I know it could potentially reach down here. So I'm waiting for a 1 minute change in state of delivery, confirm that this is holding, and maybe we can just reach for this high. The green line is the previous day high. No, the big pump didn't have me. The big pump hit my target. My target was right there. That black line. That black line right there was the initial target. So why, yeah, a big pump and it closes below it. That's a clear sign that you should get out because it could go lower. No, I'm not scalping. I'm just looking for my opportunity and keeping my losses small. When it goes, it will go, and I will hold it. But this is not the hold I want at the top of a range when it could come all the way back down here. I mean, look at this. If I took that entry right here, that was my entry. Right here. This is where this anchored at. Right now, I would be down 58 points. That could be 100 points if it reaches down here. No, I'm not going to do that. I'll wait for a different setup, a different opportunity with the same narrative, with the same idea intact. Better opportunity. Because sometimes price will go and not give you an opportunity to get in. Let me show you. I'll show you the trade that we got, a 200 point trade on Tuesday. Let me show you this right here. Okay? Right here. This gave no opportunity to get in this move right here. Yeah, as it already happened. I recognized that the market was shifting right here. And I told everybody I think I want to take a short. We get an aggressive move and we don't come back up. So when we were right here on this 1018 candle, I took my short. And then we aggressively moved lower and I sold right here. So the market at times will not give you the retracement. Like, look, see how this is going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, reversal, and then it runs. When this happens, you don't have an if you miss it, you miss it. Okay? What do we see here? We're seeing back and forth up here. Okay? Are we going to run this high? It's not as aggressive as the other one, but see this sustained move? I wanted to get in prior to it actually happening just in case. I'm looking for a nice scalp right here.
Do not rebuke me in anger, nor discipline in rage. Have mercy, Lord, I'm weary. My bones ache with age.
And we got an inversion. I'm gonna try this. I'm looking for these highs now. I'm moving my stop to break even. It's too close to target that I want to let it take a loss. I don't like how it's been hovering just beneath that. TP1 is close to being hit. We'll see if we can get it. Dang it. It's going to get stopped out. Alright, I'm stopped out. Dang it. Don't give me that. Stop me out perfectly and then run. Trading MNQ. You'll see up here that, oh, dang it. You see at the top here the asset that we're analyzing. I won't re-engage this long unless we can get into here. And if it gets into here, I'm watching to see if it wants to go lower down to here. I don't think it's going to want to come down here. I think we're ready to move. I just didn't get my entry. Or I got my entry, just didn't give it to me. Yeah, this would be a entry for momentum trade right there. I'm not taking it though. We're gonna probably pop that. We're gonna pop that zit. That's a disgusting analogy. There it is. Dang it. My tight stop losses are probably what got me on both these trades. Simon, welcome, my friend. Glad you're here. I have no idea what you're asking there, Simon.
Take me to grass that breathes in the wind. Water still as glass. You lead me. You keep me. You hold me in the quiet.
I'm still looking for longs. I'm considering if I want to consider shorts. I'm considering if I want to consider. Specifically, I'm looking at this 15-minute, and this would be our 15-minute reversal. In a minute, it would present itself, and so that's why I'm deciding, do I want to consider taking a short? You think we could hit London low? Maybe drop down to this hourly? That seems a little too far. Not gonna lie, that does look good. We'll see how it closes. Yeah, there was. So your entry for a 15-minute is there. It'd be for a 57-point trade, and your stop would be about 25 points. If it goes. Let's try it. Target is 450. just that massive wick, not down to that level. Come on. Give me another push. I'm just looking for this low right here. Dang it. Whoa, I didn't realize. Whoa. Why am I in 4 contracts? What the heck? When I set my stop loss, I changed my entry amount to 2 and I didn't realize it. I'm quadruple the size that I should be. Have to call it here, guys. I'll give it one shot right here. But this is it could reach all the way back up here, and I'm way oversized unintentionally. Yeah, I could have got out here, but I decided to let it play. 5 minute, let's see what that wick does. I'm gonna get out there. Sorry guys, that stinks. Bummer. Oversized. I still think it's going to go, actually. I just was oversized and I wasn't going to take more of a drawdown. $450, folks. Yep, that sucks. All right, we're going to call it a day here. I'm calling it a day here. I obviously hit over my max daily loss, so I'm not going to trade anymore. If I was properly sized, I would still be in this trade probably, or would have been able to be under my loss limit. But mistakes happen. How do we emotions to take trades? I have good setup, but I'm not waiting for it. Just got as soon as the market opened and lost. You make yourself wait. You keep yourself from clicking the button. You get sick of constantly clicking the button and taking stupid losses that you eventually actually follow through on it. So. And then for our extended live stream, I don't know if I want to sit on the charts, to be honest with you guys. For the extended stream here today on a loss like that. It's my first loss in 2 weeks. Or no. Yeah, first loss in 2 weeks. So. Accept it. Accept it. Accept it. That stinks that I had multiple contracts. I intended only to get into two. Yes, prayer before every stream. Yeah, and I guess because of the holiday, there is going to be no live stream tomorrow. So we'll do a giveaway on Monday probably. All right, folks, we're going to call it a day here. This is the only thing I trade. What you see is what you get right here. We'll be back next week, guys. So take care. Yeah, it's June 19th. That's the name of the stinking holiday. So we'll be back on Monday. God bless. Stay safe. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.